Welcome back to Fasting Faithfully, and welcome back to my series on my channel called Fast by Faith, where I share what I feel like God is teaching me through intermittent fasting. It is seriously so bright out here. I might have to go get sunglasses. I have like super sensitive eyes, so if I keep looking down or away, that's why. The first part of this video is going to be me kind of explaining what's been going on with me and where I'm at and kind of how I got to today's video, if that makes any sense. So I'll put some timestamps down below if you don't want to hear my personal backstory and just want to kind of hear God's message, so you can skip ahead, but let's get into this. So for people who've been watching my channel for a while, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but I'm just gonna be honest and real and just say that I feel like I started out really strong on this channel, and I started out just being really honest, really vulnerable, sharing everything and just doing really well. And I feel like that's due to me giving the credit to Jesus and doing my weight loss through prayer and through my faith, and hence why I named this channel Fasting Faithfully. I feel like as time went on and as I started to deal with different issues, I started to really take my eyes off Jesus and started to focus my attention on my issues and on how much weight I had to lose. Like, it became more about making a good YouTube video because my channel was growing versus actually focusing on what I needed to do to be getting healthy. If you have been watching for a while, you also know after my second son was born, I went through a really bad bout of postpartum depression, which is something, mental health is not really something I've ever had to deal with before. If you were paying close attention, because I saw comments of concern, but if you were paying close attention, you would know, like, right around my son was born, I really felt like all that kind of came to a head with the postpartum depression and just feeling pressure on the YouTube side, and my results just, my channel just, so that's, I feel like it was just all very chaotic, there was no organization, and that's because it very much showed what was going on behind the scenes with my mental health and just kind of trying to figure out 2 kids, all that good stuff. I'm really trying not to ramble, but I hope that makes sense of just, I feel like it showed in my videos what was going on behind scenes, even though I was trying very hard to hide it. I am really starting to feel better. My son is 13 months, so I really am just at the point where I feel like myself. I feel like I have some energy. I feel like my thoughts can be more organized. So that brings me to today's video. So as you know, I have gained back most of my weight from the first time I've lost it through intermittent fasting. And so this morning I told myself that I am just gonna start fasting and just do it the way I did before and just trust the process and get back into it and really give it my all, especially before summer gets here, because I really don't want to spend another summer just being hot because I don't want to wear shorts and that kind of thing. So before church this morning, I told God, I feel like I'm just kind of starting over and I'm gonna have to build myself back up and yeah, just really work at it. I feel like I'm starting from ground zero, and I just told God, you know, like, I'm gonna need your help. I get to church today, and obviously I hear the sermon, and it was about a couple different things, but the main point of it was that when we do something and God helps us out, it's not about us. It's about God having us fulfill the piece of the puzzle in the story he's created of our life and of earth and of other people, because ultimately we are a big family in Christ, and we all play a part. So when he fulfills something through us, it's a very small fraction of it is about us, and it's very much about him and glorifying him and fulfilling our purpose that he created us for. And since this morning I was talking about fasting and losing weight, and even this channel, I really felt God say, okay, Olivia, I'll help you get back into fasting. I'll help you rebuild your channel. I'll help you rebuild yourself and get you back on track. But this time, it's not about you. It's going to be about me and what I can do through you. It's going to be for my glory. And I felt him actually want me to do another Fast by Faith video and give this message out there of, it's not about us. In a world that we live in, that it's all about me, what makes me happy, what fulfills me. That's not the message God preaches. At the end of the day, we were put on this earth to glorify him. Our lives were created to be in the symphony of him. And I feel like everybody needs that reminder, like I said, in today's society. But relating that back to this video, when I got home and I said, okay, I was praying after church and I was like, okay, God, if you want me to do a Fast by Faith video, if you want me to kind of put this video out there, what do you want me to do or say? Because I want it to be your words, not mine. I want to glorify you and make it about you. And I opened Instagram. I kid you not. I kid you not. This is the photo, the first photo that was on my Instagram this morning. Do you ever have those moments of just like, you know, the world can say what they want about God not being real, but you wholeheartedly and 100% know that you're talking to God, and two, no, he just gave you a message and a purpose. Know that what's in your heart and what you're supposed to be doing directly came from him. I was just in awe that this morning I had literally just got done saying, God, like, I feel like I'm rebuilding myself here. And I feel like through this message, you told me, like, okay, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna rebuild, but this time you're gonna do it through me. And I was literally just, you know, it's crazy. So that finally brings me to the message I really feel like God wanted me to make this video about, was about rebuilding and the hope that's found in rebuilding yourself through him. Maybe you're watching this video and it's, you know, you're in the same boat I am. You're not at the weight you want to be. Your body doesn't look the way you want to. You can smell summer coming around the corner and you're just not excited for it, and you just need motivation to work really hard the next few months. Maybe you're struggling with addiction and, you know, you're starting over trying to be sober for the first time and you need rebuilding in that. Maybe your marriage isn't where it wants to be and you know you have things you want to work on and you want to rebuild in that. Whatever the case may be, know that you don't have to stay here. It doesn't matter how many times you've failed. God can rebuild you, and he wants to rebuild you. You aren't stuck in a life that you hate. You aren't stuck in a position where you aren't able to move from. You don't have to accept treatment from individuals that you don't particularly like. You don't have to stay in this career or even a relationship if that's not where you feel like God's calling you and what you feel like you deserve, because God is saying that you deserve more. So just take this as your sign that if you feel like you're standing in the rubble of your life or the rubble of your addiction or the rubble of your mess, whatever it may be, know that this is God reaching out to you and saying, hey, I have the building materials, I have shovels, I have the dirt, I have the bricks, I have the knowledge. I care about you, I love you, I have more for you. Let's start rebuilding you.